Hi everyone, welcome to Everything College Soccer Podcast with Ibi. I'm your host, Ibikunle Oyekanle, and today we have our wonderful guest, Mr. Adrian Lechuga. How you doing, man?
Pleasure to be here, bro. Yeah.
How's your day going?
It's been good, yeah.
Yeah, nice. Well, like that you look settled in. We're just going to dissect a little bit more about your college soccer experience, and I know that's still going. So just to start us off, can you let us know about how your recruiting process was coming out of high school or club soccer up until you know, where you are now?
Yeah. So I think mine was a little bit different because obviously most people play with MLS Next, ECNO. I didn't play with a super high club. My club played in National League Pro, so it was still decently high level, but yeah, so we still got a decent amount of exposure through that, going to regionals and nationals like that. So I got some looks from those tournaments. We went to showcases, obviously. So just emailing coaches to go to the showcase, stuff like that. And then I actually got scouted from Coach Ronnie from EIU at the time, Eastern Illinois.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, at one of my regionals tournaments. So then I reached out to him, and then he reached back and started coming to more of my games. And then, we were just in tight communication after that. And then, eventually committed there. So.
And where was your club team at? What state or what?
In Illinois.
Okay, so you're from Illinois.
Yeah, Illinois. Yeah.
So you like playing in the snow and everything.
Yeah, honestly, the Midwest has really good teams, good competition out there. So yeah, it was tough, but yeah. Yeah,
well, I went to school for a little bit in the Midwest, and Michigan, Indiana, Illinois, Iowa. The Midwest soccer, core is really good because a lot of the schools, the Big Ten schools there, or the American East, they recruit the top players from the Midwest region, less internationals.
Yeah.
So you eventually went to EIU, and then how was that experience like for you?
It was honestly not what I expected at all, because the coach that recruited me left the school and went to NIU, Northern Illinois, the month before I was supposed to go. Oh, wow. So I pulled up, I was like, okay, this is something different. I have to reprove myself all over again to a new coach, and it was a whole process. At first, I wasn't playing the first couple games. I'd make the travel roster, wouldn't play, and eventually I got I think the fourth game to the season, I got 15 minutes to go in, and then I just did the best I could, and I think I did well. And the next game I started, so it was definitely an experience though, because not playing at all for those first 4 games was really tough. Because I never had that before, so I was I gotta just adjust to this, and I just try to make it motivate me more to just be I just gotta keep playing the work, and when I get the chance, just do the best I can. So yeah.
That's great, man. So you went to Eastern Illinois for your freshman year. How many years did you do there?
So I was there 3 semesters, so I guess a year and a half, and then I left after my second fall there. So I played 2 seasons there, and then left after the fall. So. Yeah.
So after that 4th game that you came off the bench, you were a starter consistently for the 2 seasons you played?
Well, yeah, I would start some games as a freshman though. After that I didn't start again, but I played every game after that at least. But I was playing at left back, and I never played left back. Oh. So yeah, because they didn't have a left-footed defender, so I was I guess I'll just step into the role. And yeah, it wasn't that bad. I was pretty good at it. So I wasn't starting left back, but I would come in and consistently be playing a decent amount of minutes. And then my sophomore year, I was playing more in my position left wing, and then for that, I started a lot of conference games. I was getting a lot more minutes, so it was a good season. That was partially why I was I want to try to transfer out. So yeah.
So similar to you, I was a left footer, or I am a left footer as well.
Yeah.
Did you feel you got any kind of special treatment from a coach where it's if you're not playing a winger, you can play left back. If you're not playing left back, you can play, as an inverted right winger. Yeah. Did you have any that kind of stuff?
At Eastern, you mean?
Yeah.
I think my sophomore year, definitely, because I started to show more what I could do as a winger, attacking wise. So I started to just wherever I was needed, I'd go in. But I played mostly as winger my sophomore year, which I was happy about, because I like playing winger. So yeah.
Well, that's nice. Well, so you played Division I for a year, and then eventually played Division II for a little bit.
Yeah.
Let's take a look at what UC Santa Barbara's soccer looks like, and see if you had a similar experience.
All right, yeah, let's check it out. Hey. Oh, that's me.
Yeah, we're going through some technical difficulties, but we're supposed to be looking at the Santa Barbara soccer.
And I don't mind looking at these.
Number 10. the RU Savior.
Yeah, good times. There we go.
before we go on our quick commercial break, if you saw that video coming out of high school with your experience at EU, IU, and RU, do you think it had any correlation with...
Like, was my experience similar to that?
Just if you could sum it up in one sentence.
I think, like, definitely, like, when I played away games at some of the other schools, we played some, like, really big schools, and there was crowds like that. But, yeah, definitely not, like, for our home games. But no, yeah, it was definitely somewhat similar for some games, for sure. Especially, like, my last sophomore year, we made it to the conference tournament. So we made it to semifinals. So it was a big crowd, a lot of people. So it was really cool to play into that.
Well, we'll dissect more of that right after this commercial break.
When your family is growing in ways you never expected,
You'd like to be outside the city.
agents who are realtors are here for it. Here for the journey. Here with local knowledge beyond the listing. Here for it all, because that's who we are.
Dope. How long is it, like, commercial?
That's
Wow. Perfect temperature, perfect taste. Ember, the world's first temperature control mug.
Welcome back to the show. Now, Adrian, obviously you're at Academy of Art. There's been a huge breaking news for the athletic department in general. Well, can you just walk me through your thoughts and how it was that day when they broke the news and the emotions running through your head and you know, that kind of stuff?
Yeah, so like the first thing is we got obviously like an email from our athletic director who was like, everything was canceled for all sports, everyone has to be there for a meeting tomorrow. And when we saw that, like they were canceling games, we like kind of already knew it was gonna be something bad. We're like, yeah, this is something serious. And I was just kind of preparing for the worst, honestly. Like I was like, either everything's getting cut, we're going to D3, or like it's something bad. Like I knew that. So yeah, we all went in, and then he started talking, and the whole room was just like silent, like as he was just telling us the news. And then yeah, it was, people were emotional, a lot of stuff was going on. Like everybody was kind of just trying to take it in, and it didn't really feel real in that moment when he said it. We were just, everyone was just looking at each other like, yo, is he for real? Like, is he serious?
Really? Wow.
Yeah, so then after that, it definitely took a couple of days to actually like okay, like, this is happening. Yeah, like this is happening, like, all right, you just gotta move, like what's next steps? So yeah, it's been a lot to figure out since then for sure, but I'm making my way through it.
Making your way through it. So that day, how was it? Was it the soccer team was there, the men's, women's team, basketball, everyone was there?
Yeah, every athletic team was just in one auditorium, the theater room, and we were all sitting there and just waiting for the news. Everyone was just kind of like nervous.
And I assume every coach from every team was there as well?
Yeah, every coach, the athletic staff, they were all there as well. And I think they had their own separate meeting before ours.
Oh, so they knew beforehand?
Yeah, they definitely knew beforehand, so yeah.
I assume there was probably a lot of like sobbing and crying.
Yeah,
just like,
at the end of it, yeah, people were crying. Like some people were like, really emotional, and yeah, as they should. You know, it's a crazy,
of course,
crazy thing. Like, but
people who are like, you know, freshmen and sophomores at this point now, especially at a school like Academy of Art, where it's an art school, it's hard to transfer credits after a certain time, and so it's like, I'm sure a lot of people are probably going to end up quitting soccer because they can't transfer and be eligible, right?
Yeah, I mean that already happened with some of our teammates. Like they just decided, like even some were sophomores, so they still had like 2 years to play still, and they were just kind of like, you know what, I'm just gonna see out my school and just finish my degree at this point. Like, I mean, they're still getting, we do keep our athletic scholarship too, so that was the silver lining through it all.
Well, that's good,
But yeah, no, definitely, that was seeing that happen a little bit.
So you're back into the process of being in the recruiting, you know, mood of everything.
Third time now.
Third time. Yeah. So are you approaching this any differently? Are you asking coaches any I guess, different questions? Are you looking at certain things and trying to make sure another program is not getting shut down?
No, yeah, definitely.
And another side note or side question is, it could be a little bit controversial, but do you think, obviously at a school like Academy of Art where it's art school, it can be hard to get, you know, a full team of art majors to do well?
Yeah.
In your opinion, do you think if there was more success in like the men's soccer, the women's soccer, you know, softball, tennis, or well, tennis and track are more individual sports, so it doesn't really matter if you have a whole team of art majors, but do you think success of each team, if there were, you know, really good teams in the Pac-West Conference, do you think that could have affected, are you getting shut down or not really?
Just because like the recruiting is like limited to just art students?
Art students,
Yeah, I mean, that definitely plays a role for sure, because like even I had a bunch of my boys that were like, like interested in maybe coming here because
Yeah.
San Francisco, it's a cool city. Like so they were hitting me up like, hey man, like what majors are there? And like a lot of them just did not have any majors that they could do here. So that really does limit a lot. So it's like another element that coaches have to consider for sure. But no, yeah, I think it definitely makes an impact. But I think at the same time though, we still had I think a pretty solid team for like our men's soccer. I thought we had a lot of great players, like really good players. So they're still able to at least get some players through that.
And it was a young team, relatively.
Yeah, very young
A lot
team.
of freshmen, sophomores.
Yeah, very young team.
So yeah, in regards to how you're approaching your recruiting, are you asking any different questions to the coaches? Are you?
Yeah.
How are you? I guess my question is,
Like how am I going about it?
how are you going about it?
Yeah. Now I definitely have the experience of my past two recruiting processes. I think I know what I want out of a school. I know what to ask now, at least specifically with coaches and the teams and everything. Like, because I know what I want to get out of my last year. So I think I'm definitely a little more experienced with it. I'm going about it, I think, the right way. Like I'm more on top of it, sending out emails. Really. Yeah. I think I definitely have an idea of what I'm doing this time around. Versus the first time.
The first time,
obviously.
yeah. The first two times.
Yeah, definitely. I wasn't sure like how to speak to coaches for sure, like on the phone, like my first time through, and I would sometimes say too much, and that actually messed up a few of my
opportunities.
possible schools, because I was just yapping too much. But
I mean, you live and you learn, right?
exactly, yeah.
That's the
I'll
best
have it
way
for a
to look at it. Is the Academy of Art coach kind of helping you with the process, putting you in meetings and he's been proactive?
we've had like a individual meeting. I had it with our head coach Danny, and he was just like, like anything you need, let me know. Put me as a reference on all the emails. So if coaches want to call me, I'll of course put in a good word and everything. So yeah, they're super supportive. They're asking us every week like how everyone's doing with their process, trying to make sure everyone's good. So.
And I guess the last question here would be, you guys are still practicing, right? How is the mood in practices? Are people still like excited to come to practice? Are people like coming late to the bus? Are they like, it's whatever, we're getting shut down anyway? How's the last couple weeks of some people's final college experience career?
No, yeah, definitely. Honestly, it's been good. Like even still, like everyone's still coming, really putting a lot of effort at trainings. Like it's still really good. I think the mood is just like, let's try to make the best out of this last 3 weeks, and then make sure everyone's in the right position to continue forward at their new schools. So yeah.
I wish everyone good luck in the process. Really rooting for you and hoping you eventually get to go to another good school, or potentially even wait it out and transfer in the spring.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for tuning in to Everything College Soccer Podcast with Ibi. Stay tuned for next week. We're going to have a former professional player coming on the show live in the flesh. And thank you, Adrian, for being here.
Of course, bro. It's been a pleasure,
Yeah, see you guys next week.
Major liaison, man, I'm a major liaison.